The woman who stopped explaining herself. Have you ever noticed that the more you explain yourself, the less people understand you? Have you ever spent hours defending your choices, your decisions, your life to people who never asked you to in the first place? If yes, then this story is for you. Because sometimes the world keeps demanding explanations until you decide to stop giving them. Once upon a time, in a bustling town surrounded by busy streets and crowded markets, there lived a woman named Maya. Maya was known by everyone. If someone asked why she chose that job, Maya explained. If someone questioned why she wasn't married yet, Maya explained. If anyone wondered why she dressed that way, spoke that way, lived that way, Maya was always ready with answers. She never stayed silent. She believed that explaining herself made people understand her better. And sometimes it did. But slowly, Maya's life stopped being her own. Her choices became everyone's debate. Her decisions became everyone's business. Yet she was always talking, justifying, defending her own life. Every evening when she came home, exhausted from conversations that led nowhere, her grandmother would sigh and say, "Maya, my dear, you explain everything to everyone, but do they ever explain themselves to you?" She would smile sadly. "It's all right, Grandma. If I explain enough, they'll finally understand." But that day never came. One evening, Maya was at a family gathering. She had just started a small online business selling handmade jewelry. She was excited, but the questions started immediately. Why jewelry? Why not a real job? How will you survive? What will people say? Maya opened her mouth to explain her business plan, her passion, her dreams. But then she stopped. For the first time in her life, she felt tired, not from work. Tired from words, from defending, from explaining. That night, her grandmother said softly, "You spent the whole evening justifying your choices. Did anyone change their mind?" Maya didn't reply, but something deep inside her shifted. The next morning, Maya walked to the park to meet her old mentor, Mrs. Patel, a successful businesswoman who lived near the lake. "Mrs. Patel," she said, "I don't understand. I explain everything clearly, yet people still judge me. I'm not tired from decisions. I'm tired from defending them." Mrs. Patel looked at the calm water and said, "Maya, do you see this lake? It's deep, peaceful, and mysterious. No one knows exactly how deep it is. But does the lake explain itself to anyone? Does it justify why it's deep, or why it's quiet?" Maya thought for a moment. "No, it just is." "Exactly," said Mrs. Patel. "The lake doesn't shrink itself to make people comfortable. It doesn't explain its depth to prove its worth. It simply exists, and that silence gives it power." She continued, "Stop explaining your life to people who never asked for permission to live theirs. Your life doesn't need a defense. It needs to be lived." Then she gave Maya a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, when someone questions your choices, don't explain. Just say, "I've made my decision," and move on. Watch what happens. That week felt strange for Maya. On the first day, her aunt called. "Maya, I heard you're selling jewelry online, but why not get a proper office job?" Maya's old habit rose instantly. She wanted to explain the market research, the profit margins, the customer reviews, but she took a deep breath and said, "I've made my decision, Auntie." Her aunt paused. "But I've made my decision," Maya repeated gently and changed the subject. The conversation ended quickly. Maya felt strange, but also lighter. On the second day, a colleague asked, "Why are you still single? Don't you want to get married?" Instead of listing reasons or defending her timeline, Maya simply smiled and said, "I'm content where I am." The colleague looked confused. "But society?" "I'm content where I am," Maya repeated calmly. The colleague walked away. Maya noticed something interesting. Without her long explanations, people had nothing to argue with. On the fourth day, her mother asked, "Why did you cut your hair so short? What will people think?" Maya looked in the mirror, smiled, and said, I like it, Mom. Her mother waited for more, but Maya said nothing else. After a moment, her mother shrugged. Well, it's your hair. And that was it. No drama, no debate. By the 5th day, something unexpected happened. Maya stopped receiving questions. People began treating her differently. They spoke less about her and more about their own lives. She realized, when she stopped defending, they stopped attacking. Her silence made them uncomfortable, so they moved on. That night, sitting quietly with her grandmother, she whispered, "So this is what inner peace feels like."
Weeks passed. The new Maya was different. She no longer rushed to justify her existence. She chose silence over endless explanations, and something amazing happened. People began to respect her more. Her business grew because she focused on work instead of defending it. Her relationships improved because they were based on acceptance, not approval. Her family stopped questioning every decision. Her friends stopped offering unsolicited advice, and Maya's confidence grew stronger than ever. She was no longer the woman who explained everything to everyone. She was the woman who finally valued her own peace more than others' understanding. One evening, Mrs. Patel visited Maya's small studio. She looked around at the growing business and said, "So, Maya, did people abandon you when you stopped explaining yourself?" Maya smiled. "No, Mrs. Patel. They only became quieter, and I became stronger." Mrs. Patel nodded. "When you stopped defending your life, you finally started living it. That's when everything changes." The lesson, so, my friend, are you like Maya? Always explaining yourself to people who never truly listen. Remember this, you don't owe anyone an explanation for living authentically. Not for your career choices, not for staying single or getting married, not for your hobbies, your appearance, or your timeline. Your life is not a court case. Stop defending it. People who truly love you won't need explanations. People who respect you won't demand them. And people who question everything, they're questioning themselves, not you. When you stop explaining yourself to everyone, you finally start understanding yourself. Silence is not weakness. It's the ultimate power move. Protect your peace, live your truth, and let your life speak louder than your words ever could. Remember, the people who matter don't need explanations. The people who need explanations don't matter. And if this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all.